Yes! Congratulations. I just wanted to kick this off with one question. Where did the idea come from to focus on the fans?
The idea came from the band. That was what they wanted to do. Thanks for coming out today, by the way. A hip show at lunch is all right. So yeah, that was something that they had decided. The fans had been waiting a long time for the show, and I went and met with Gord, and he said, "Let's do the anti-dog, and let's focus on some of our fans." And so that's where it started.
Questions?
Oh yeah. Did they have to audition?
No, we did. No, it was great though. It came together kind of quickly. So just about 6 weeks before the show, maybe 2 months, we put out on the Hips. They have a guy who runs all their social media stuff, and he sort of acted as the casting director, and put out the word on Facebook for people to submit their Bobcaygeon stories, and on the Hip site and wherever else they live. And so, and they came in from all over the world. It was amazing. So we had videos and stories and letters, and then we sort of slimmed it down from there. We looked at realistically how much time we had, which wasn't a lot. And we went and got, we covered a lot of Eastern Canada.
Did the logistics of the show work out afterwards in terms of concerns around the effect on the town with that many people going into such a small place?
Yeah, that's a good question, because it ends up that guy Adam in the town hall meeting. Yeah, he actually had a pretty good point. I think there was stuff. There was blogs and people posting stuff about it after the show about how it was quite wet that day. I mean, the rain had stopped by the time we took the stage, but the buses, I think, got stuck up at the top. I mean, it was essentially a field of a lot of dirt, and I think they're logistically, I don't know. So if they did it again, would it be done differently? I think it would be. But I mean, it seemed, the experience being there, you didn't notice it, but I guess if you were on those buses, it might have been frustrating. It was, so I think, at the same time though, it's incredible to see that thing take shape and actually work, right? And so I think, all things considered, they pulled it off pretty well.
When did you arrive from Bobcaygeon to kick this off? Like, how long were you there?
So the show was June 25th, and I think they broke ground, like the first shots of the opening of the film were end of May. And then we would go up every week to check in, and then we spent more and more time there as we got closer to the show.
Fans?
Well, again, I want to say thanks for, oh, hi.
What are you shooting on?
We shot primarily on the Canon 5D and the Sony EX3, and then once we got to the show, we had, so there were 10 camera operators for that stuff that you're seeing on the stage and out in the crowd. So we had sort of, and most of them, our main camera was a big red camera, which was sort of front and center. All those nice rich close-ups of Gord are all taken from the center, and then the others were all handheld, smaller cameras. And then there's an iPhone shot made in the film too, that shaky shot of Johnny signing the guitar, which is all right.
What were the major obstacles that you heard as far as the documentary? Anything that made you guys almost think it was a bad idea, or?
No, nothing like that. Because really, and I should say this, I mean, it's amazing that the film has ended up here, and we're so thankful that it did. We set out to do something sort of for the record books, nothing that was, their label, Universal, came on board early, and they were part of this. But it was something just to sort of document it. We never knew if it was going to be an actual film. So it built out from something small, and it became this. And so obstacles weren't really a part of the flow. I mean, like the same ones that you'd encounter with any film. I mean, there was always what was it? I mean, it makes it pretty easy too when you're working with a music label, so all the rights and stuff are all easy because they do that. But I can't remember now. There was nothing really that when it made you think, should we be doing it? I think I think maybe there were always decisions editorially to wonder how much of the show to use. I mean, we could all probably stand to watch the entire concert, right? But that is not what the band wanted to do, and they feel like they've done that already. And so, I don't know, I kind of like this lead up, this kind of big concert anticipation kind of experience.
Anything else?
I would imagine the DVD is going to be for sale probably one day on hip.com or something.
Yeah, the disc is slated. We're going to do some screenings. So this is the first, and then we're going to do some stuff in Toronto, probably. I mean, likely Kingston, and then Ottawa, Montreal, and then there's I think November 20th is when it's available. Should be available everywhere and across every platform, I hope. JP?
What was it like with the record label? How were they to work with? Did they keep hands off, or were they pretty hands on?
Let's talk after. They're great. I mean, it's funny. I mean, it was to work or sort of see an up close view. I mean, it's I don't know. It's a business, right? They look at things very differently than I do, and so, but you have to sort of understand that right from the outset. And you know, at the end of the day, they gave us the money to make the movie, and now they're going to distribute it and hopefully do a bunch of great publicity. Coming into Vancouver, as you guys probably know, they have released a record last week, and all energies were focused on that. I mean, they are a music company, although they have a film division, they're not part of this. No, they were great. I mean, it's all. You certainly realize why certain artists have issues with it. It's just the way it goes.
Anybody else?
What's the band think of the final project?
What's that?
What is the what they tell you when they saw the finished product?
Oh, so they were really excited by it. They were. I think they were in the middle of recording the record at the time, or just getting back going on it. They've been recording that record for a long time, and I think they really were jazzed when they saw the concert footage, especially. I mean, they had a few great laughs. They loved looking at the fans, but I really think, and we sort of gave ourselves a pat on the back when they came out. They actually wanted some of the mixes from the film. The second song in the film, "Drip." It's not called Drip Drip anymore, but it's on the new record. It's the only new song in the film. But when they saw the performance and the mix and heard back the mix, they wanted that to take back in with them because it really got them jazzed. And so that was it. Overall, they all had really nice things to say separately about it. Oh, yes.
Did you shoot to edit or edit your shots?
It's all made in the edit. Yeah, we go out and, I mean, you have an idea, right? But you sort of just get the coverage and then come back in. The live stuff, though, was really, I mean, of course, we've all watched a bunch of live. We've watched concert films, and I have my favorites. And yeah, this one, I mean, we shot the entire concert. It is there. Someday maybe it will be out. And I guess, yeah, to answer that, it was all, you know, we shaved it down in the edit. And that's really, I love that about the documentary process. I mean, it's all made in the room, you know, later on.
Did everybody from the wedding race at the concert?
No, they didn't make it. No, they fingers crossed, they were hoping that the boys would come over and do a little acoustic number, but that didn't happen.
All right, I think we're good. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
By the rest of the festival, be sure to vote for the People's Choice Award. Take care.